Astrology of Meditation. Meditation, Gateway to Inner Space, written, produced, and directed by Reverend Dr. Dikki-Jo Mullen. In this video, Dr. Mullen discusses how meditation is the gateway through which we enter our inner space. The area of what would be known as non-local consciousness is a place where we gain inspiration, insight, confirmation about questions we may have, and find our purpose and meaning in life. The discussion will include how self-hypnosis may also assist in this process. Now we will proceed with Dr. Dikki-Jo Mullen's teachings.
Hello, stargazers. I'm astrologer and paranormal investigator Dr. Dikki-Jo Mullen, coming to you from Orlando, Florida, with one of the many intriguing applications of astrology, the astrology of meditation. We can use astrology for selecting a good location. We can use it for health-related things. We can use it to adopt a pet, buy a house. There's so many ways the science of the stars, the study of the stars can affect us, but it's as great for inner space as it is for outer space. Inner space being the world we enter through our minds through meditation. Astrology's applications then are as vast and infinite as the universe itself. In the collection of astrology videos, which we've done for over a decade now, there have been poignant programs about all of these different things. We'll go on to mention love, celebrity charts, real estate, the houses of dreams, dream houses, and dream interpretation, Celtic, Chinese, Native American, and Egyptian zodiacs, and much more. But here is something that is a new twist, and it's linking the science of the stars with the process of meditation. Meditation is touching on the esoteric and spiritual truths in astrology, which is another whole different ball game in the world of astrology. Meditation offers a gateway to inner space through spiritual references. I'm a trained hypnotist with the Hypnotic Research Society of Florida, and I've combined my training as a hypnotherapist and a professional astrologer of many years to bring you this video, which you can do at home and work with in exploring your own combination of astrological archetypes while you're untapping the latent potentials of the mind through hypnosis. We will explore the 12 zodiac signs to introduce this journey through inner space. Each of the 12 signs falls somewhere in your own natal horoscope. It's associated with a house, a luminary, that's the sun or the moon, and or a planet. For those familiar with the birth chart, special attention can be given to the ascendant or rising sign and your moon or your familiar sun sign. For everybody, though, just the zodiac sign of your birth, which everybody knows, and looking at that in terms of hypnosis can help you. This technique is very simple. People make meditation way too complicated. There's no risk involved. The worst that could happen is you might fall asleep and get a good night's sleep. But taking some deep breaths, you'll be leaving behind the cares of the day. You can't do anything about them while you're here following the tape. And visualize while you follow the sound of my voice. Bring back your attention if your attention wanders, because you are in charge of what's going on in your own mind. Only you will know about this. So, begin by studying the wheel of the zodiac, the circle of animals. That's what the name zodiac means, which for thousands of years have represented different areas in the heavens. And these are truths about the journey of life on earth. Another way to use this is to replay the meditation as each new zodiac sign begins. For example, on the first day of spring, March 20th or so, Aries will begin. On the winter solstice, December 21st, we have Capricorn beginning, and so forth. There are different ways to review this tape and to use the different meditations that go with each sign. Turn off your phone, put a do not disturb sign up if anyone's likely to knock on the door. Get comfortable and begin to think about the zodiac signs and the wheel and how they represent the journey of life on Earth. And as you're doing that, take 3 long, deep breaths. Inhale and exhale, and focus your thoughts on your feet and legs. Wiggle your toes and ankles, bring your thoughts up to the knees, the thigh region, and let yourself begin to relax. Inhale and exhale. Follow the sound of my voice and let go of the tensions of the day. You can't do anything about them, so just forget about them for now and let yourself begin to focus on the rest of your body. Bring your thoughts up to your throat, the little muscles in the eyes, around the ears and the head, and relax and let go of tension and stress. The feeling of relaxed well-being moves through your hands and arms, through the trunk of the body. And as I count backwards from 10 to 1, you'll become more and more relaxed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're floating in a sense of relaxed well-being, and now you realize you're looking at the door of your own home. You're in your own front yard, in your mind's eye. Look at your door. What color is it? Are there stairs leading up to the door? Or is it right on the ground? Are you in an apartment building or condo with other doors around you? Is there a number on your door? Study your door, and you realize you're looking up at the sky now in front of your own home. If you're on the ground floor, you can step back. If you're on a balcony, go back a few stairs and look until you can look up at the sky. Is it daytime or is it evening? Are there clouds in the sky or is it clear and blue? Let yourself see the sky in front of your own home. And you realize everything is very light. You're moving up into the sky now. Let yourself go. Release the tensions and stress, and you're flowing up and up and up into the sky. You feel very well, very light. And you're now resting on a cloud, looking straight up. There's a sense of well-being, and you're seeing the signs of the zodiac in the zodiacal wheel of the year, from Aries to Taurus to Gemini and so forth, around Pisces. Let the wheel spin. You feel very good. It looks extremely positive and welcoming, and there's a sense of relaxed well-being flooding through your body. Bring your thoughts back to follow the sound of my voice if they wander. And let's think of the sign of Aries, the Ram, March 20th through April 19th. As you gaze at the Ram, this is a Mars-ruled fire sign, enterprising and social and bold. Aries is first and wants to make its needs and wants known, the first to explore new options. Where does Aries fall in your life, that energy? Aries moves you onward and upward. There's often a resistance, though, if a suggestion is presented too forcefully. You prefer to take the initiative as you move in the Aries energy and create something new. rather than following standard procedure. Your focus is always on the future. Rehashing the past bores you. Study Aries, focus, what does that mean to you in your own life, and relax and let Aries go and move on to Taurus, the bull. April 20th through May 20th. The bull is genuine, practical, and patient. This earth sign has a special tie with planet Earth and the planet Venus, sensual delights, and usually connecting with nature in a beautiful, sensitive way. Taurus, gifted gardeners, with stoic determination, devoted and obstinate nature. You admire a beautiful garden, and you nearly always will get what you want just by Taurusing it on out, being a bull. Where does that fall in your own life? With the rulership of Venus, there's a love of quality, seeking the finest things that life has to offer. This can include purchasing the best fashions, jewels, art, and gourmet foods. The love of beauty extends to pleasant sounds, a dislike of noise pollution, a love of music. Especially singing can be important. Hum slightly in your mind's eye, think of a musical score, and release the bull. Inhale and exhale. Continue following the sound of my voice, and we will see Gemini, the twins, May 21st through June 20th. Versatile and multifaceted, two-faced. Gemini has perfected the art of flexibility, adapting to the whim of the moment. Others might even say that you appear quite different at different times. We all have two faces, two sides. Where does the Gemini energy fall in your own life? You can almost be unrecognizable, even to yourself. The flair for shape-shifting extends beyond your appearance to include personality traits and behaviors that are multifaceted. Ruled by Mercury, the Mercurial twins are charming, intriguing, yet puzzling and exasperating. You are gifted with exceptional communication skills. Focus on the throat chakra, and think how important the power of language is as you breathe in deeply and reflect on duality and Gemini. And we're now moving ahead to Cancer, the crab, sometimes called Moon Child, June 21st to July 22nd. Fastidious and sentimental, the crab conceals a vulnerable, tender psyche beneath its tough outer shell. History, including memories relating to family and heritage, are cherished. You like keepsakes and might assemble an impressive array of collectibles. Cancerians are diplomats. You have a unique ability to relate to those much younger or much older, jumping the generation gap. Considerate and hospitable, you like to make certain others feel comfortable and well fed. A beautiful hotel, a beautiful hospitable home. Focus on that environment and also the ocean, the sea. Cancer has a special love of the water. Visualize the full moon on the water in your mind's eye. Wander there in your meditation. And think of the vulnerable, tender inner you as you breathe deeply and release Cancer to move on to Leo, the lion, July 23rd through August 22nd. Ruled by the bright, brilliant sun, the moon fades away as the sun rises, and the lion shines, debonair and regal. You have a natural warmth and self-confidence. You combine enthusiasm with a flair for combining business with pleasure. You're playful, generous. Life is a giant amusement park. See yourself on a merry-go-round, feeling young at heart, yet there's a certain dignity. You appreciate quality. See yourself wearing a crown or tiara in the bright sunlight. Bask in the dignity of the noble lion. And take a deep breath. Move beyond the sunlight into the sign of Virgo. Virgo, purity, the Virgin, relates especially to the Virgin Mary. And in the spiritual, esoteric Christian astrology, it's supposed to be related to Mary's birth month. If you smell the fragrance of roses, you'll be close to Mary. August 23rd through September 22nd. Caring, sensibly grounded, reasonable, a bit fussy, this Mercurial-ruled earth sign has a genuine gift for healing and problem solving. Focus on your body, your thoughts. What has to be healed? What pain in the mind or body do you want to release? Dwell on it as you begin to release it. You're observant and always seek to get everything organized with good intentions and forever seeking perfection. Virgo is prone to be a worrier. Release worries. Most of what we worry about doesn't happen. And we really can't improve things by worrying about it. Instead, think of what might be proactive in your life to resolve the worry. Otherwise, release it and let it go. You have a wholesome dignity. You have considerate behavior. You inspire the trust and admiration of co-workers and friends alike. Focus on that idea of the perfected self, natural to seek perfection in our imperfect world, and release that idea as you move into the beginning of autumn and the sign of Libra, the scales, justice, September 23rd through October 23rd. Visualize a perfectly balanced scale and think of what's just and what isn't just, how things, what's put out will come around. And this Venus-ruled sign is all about justice and equality. Called a peaceful warrior, Libra is always ready to battle for what is right and fair. However, you prefer to avoid conflict. It's a good idea to be on good terms with everyone as much as is reasonable without compromise. Think of what that means in your life. Goodwill, but sometimes we have to be a warrior for something that's really significant and important. Where does that fall in your own life? Dwell on that for just a moment. And now think of compassion and gentleness. Strive to maintain peace. This Venus-ruled air sign has a quest for artistry and balancing beauty in all things, on the physical level, the metaphysical level. Visualize your favorite color and something that's extremely beautiful to you. It might be a crystal, a painting, possibly a flower, and then move past the beauty, inhale the essence, and release and let go as we move to Scorpio. Scorpio, the scorpion, sometimes identified with the gray lizard or the hawk, the predator, the raptor. Select your favorite, the scorpion, the gray lizard, or the bird, and we'll think of October 24th to November 21st. Co-ruled by Pluto and the planet Mars. Free-spirited and sharp, the scorpion weaves between order and chaos. Intense emotions and feelings are welled up and protected by a reserved and dignified facade. Focus on your inner chaos. Think of preserving that, not being overly vulnerable. Where does that idea fall in your own life? Aware and conscious of truth, you seek to understand the root causes of all that is unknown and known. The afterlife, the processes of birth, reincarnation, and death always fascinate you. The life cycle, enduring and penetrating the unknown. Focus on that leitmotif. move into the Scorpio. That time of year is related to the gloom time, the deepening of the darkness. It's not gloomy as in gloomy and negative, but gloomy as in peaceful and not harsh like the light. Focusing on that idea, breathe in, inhale, exhale, release and let go. And we're moving to Sagittarius, the wise centaur. November 22nd to December 21st, the winter solstice. Quick-witted, charming, competitive, philosophical. Those born under the sign of the centaur cherish freedom and stimulation and knowledge. Your nature is that of a wanderer of the mind and body. Independence is so important to you that being confined in a relationship or career for very long can lose its appeal. Animal companions are especially dear to you. This is the half horse, half human sign. Focus on an animal friend or a beloved animal totem. It might be an owl, it might be a bear, a cat, a horse. Focus on relating to that archetype of the animal nature, and focus on being very free of anything that's making you feel tied down, confined. Sagittarius is the time when the day of deepest darkness turns to beginning to add light. So we're coming out of darkness into the light. And release and let go of your animal companion, the centaur, the teacher of Achilles and knowledge, and move forward into Capricorn, the goat, December 22nd to January 19th. The goat is dedicated and punctual, approaches life as a serious business. Grounding and building are the priorities of the Saturn-ruled Earth sign. You're loyal, organized, and yet you do have a sly and clever sense of humor that not everybody gets, even those that think they're very smart. You have a certain sort of a wry, dry, semi-sarcastic or ironic sense of humor amid the seriousness. Think of how ridiculous everything is, and think of the quality, how the more solemn the occasion, the larger the propeller on your beanie could come into practical application. Only those fortunate enough to know you will really get to know this lighthearted energy, which characterizes your real outlook on life, which isn't as serious as many people suspect. Focus on that idea. Think of how the goat is a survivor in a beautiful mountain environment. You're climbing with the goat. And then breathe in, exhale, and let the goat go as you move into Aquarius, the water bearer, the fully human sign holding the jug or the water. January 20th to February 18th. As the ultimate humanitarian, Aquarius delights in relieving the heartaches and disappointments of others. Friendships are cherished, and yet there's an inclination to be detached. Beyond a certain point, you don't want to have anyone taking over your life. You will regret and release an association that becomes codependent or overly dependent. And yet you're a people person. You have a touch of eccentricity. You're co-ruled by Sirius Saturn and eccentric Uranus, which is a really strange planet. Those who study astronomy realize its consistency might be like Jell-O. It doesn't spin on its axis in a normal way. And that metaphor really describes you. Your originality makes you seem both intriguing and perplexing. People always remember you, but yet you can be so much of an enigma they might almost want to give up on you. The water that you're pouring out represents the life force, electrical energy. It's not physical water, but it represents an outpouring of energy. Focus on that idea, and as you inhale and exhale, let the water bearer go on his own wild path and begin to focus on Pisces. We're at the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end of the zodiac. Pisces, the fish, February 19th through March 20th. Those born under the sign of the fish are imaginative and serene individuals who long to be allowed to live in a peaceful dream world, ruled by Neptune, the god of the sea. It's something that's too beautiful to be real and too beautiful not to be real. It's important for you to find a constructive, creative outlet. Avoid being too drawn into escapism. Set aside time each day for meditation, solitude, and artistic pursuits. Strolling along the beach, dancing, movement to music. Some of the greatest dancers are Pisces, so visualize yourself dancing, perhaps. As you continue your meditation, find the gentle side of your nature. Remember, all of these signs are part of your archetype and your own psyche. You gravitate toward mystical and spiritual interests with the goal of developing your intuition, your sixth sense, a deeper rapport with the sacred side of life. What are synchronicities? What's going on that just can't be explained by the five senses? Plenty. And the Pisces meditation brings you to awaken that. Focus on the third eye, the center of the forehead, and visualize the fish, Pisces. Release them, let them go, and move back into the wheel of the zodiac, back into the circle, and realize how each of the meditations is a part of your life and a part of your birth chart. And now begin to wiggle your hands and your toes. Focus on your body. Come back to the here and now. Focus on your breathing as you take some deep breaths and then normalize the breathing. When you're ready, open your eyes and remember the wheel of the zodiac and how it can apply throughout your life. The dates that I gave, coming back to the real world, whatever that really is, are cusp dates. We all know that there's a leap year, that not every day and not every zodiac sign starts at the same time each year. That's why we have leap year. And that's to compensate for the fact that we don't have an even 365 days. It's a fraction. And the people that are born on the cusp always ask me, what zodiac sign am I? And we can look it up if you know your exact time and place of birth and are doing a formal reading. But those born on the sign of the cusp are hybrids, a little bit of each. So if you're lucky enough to be born on the sign of a cusp, you can listen to each of the different meditations again and focus on each of the birth signs and see how you can integrate them into your own life. I'm Dikki-Jo in Orlando, Florida, wishing you a bright and beautiful journey through the meditation of the zodiac.
Reverend Dr. Dikki-Jo Mullen, astrologer, psychic, and parapsychologist. Dr. Mullen provides the following services: astrology, psychic, rune, and tarot card readings, face-to-face and Zoom readings and seances, and webinars and face-to-face presentations. Thank you for watching. Reverend Dr. Dikki-Jo Mullen can be contacted at her skymaiden@juno.com email address. She also has a Facebook page, which she invites you to view, and her WordPress site, where she has additional resources.